Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Following Christmas, you probably have some gift cards that have piled up and you're not sure what to spend them on. A new Call of Duty came out this year, you're not sure if it's worth picking up. Well, hopefully I can answer that question for you today. I'm going to give you a rundown of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, my thoughts on the three main components of the game, the campaign, the multiplayer, and the iconic Zombies mode. And we'll break these down, let you know what I think, and you can decide if you should pick it up right now in 2021. Alright, so Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is the latest installment from Treyarch of the Activision Call of Duty franchise. Long-standing, 20 years running. There's not a lot new necessarily to discuss, but there are some unique differences to this game that may differ it from its last installment, Modern Warfare, and may change your mind on this, whether or not you want to pick it up. First part we're going to cover today is the campaign. I really enjoyed the campaign. In fact, every single campaign that's come from Treyarch, I have really enjoyed. This is a good continuation of some of the characters from Call of Duty Black Ops. Over 10 years ago, got to spend some time with Woods and with Hudson and some of these guys that we already knew. So I thought that was pretty cool. I liked that part of it. And I actually really enjoyed the sort of evidence board, CIA, cloak and dagger style that Cold War is, right? There wasn't a lot of outright warfare during the Cold War between the United States and the USSR, so they fit it well into that with some really cool missions. But I think it was kind of the beginning of a vision that ended up falling short. You had these side missions that you could do to gain additional intel, and ultimately you had two different endings to the story, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but some of the decisions that you make, as well as some of the information that you gather, will change the exact ending of the game. I felt like they just scratched the surface of what that could have been, though. Only a handful of side missions, maybe 2 or 3 that were truly separate on that board. You should have built that out. You could have done 20 side missions, really given the campaign some depth and some playability. Instead, they kind of, crashed it through, and it was an interesting campaign. I enjoyed it. Really short, ultimately. Cool, but short. So to give the campaign a score, it would give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's got some unique ideas, and I think it really took Call of Duty in a direction that I would enjoy seeing the campaigns go in the future, but it really didn't maximize that. It was kind of like they had a great idea, but they didn't see it all the way through. Second part we will cover is going to be the multiplayer. So this is the bread and butter of Call of Duty for me personally. There's been several iterations of Call of Duty, including Black Ops 3, maybe, where I didn't touch any other mode but multiplayer. This is where I spend a lot of my time. I love the gunplay of the Treyarch titles. I think it feels much like Call of Duty Black Ops, which is kind of a renaissance for me. I enjoyed Call of Duty Black Ops a lot. So getting that similar gunplay and that, boots on the ground, there's no jetpacks, there's nothing crazy going on style, was good, much like Modern Warfare kind of restored the Infinity Ward titles to that last year. We have that again here with Black Ops Cold War. I feel like the maps, though, are one of the biggest detractors from the multiplayer in this game. They are just poorly built. It reminds me a lot of the World War II maps that came out 3 years ago, and 3 years ago or 2 years ago? Whatever. It reminds me of the maps from Call of Duty World War II. They're just not good. There are too many sightlines in the middles of these maps. They just turn into this mosh pit of kind of garbage. Cartel is one that comes to mind. They've filled the middle of the map with these bushes. You can't see people. They can sometimes see you, but you can't see them, and it just creates this horrible, horrible mess. Garrison's another one where they've kind of smushed a traditional map. It has 3 lanes, so to speak, but it's so narrow that one sniper all the way back in the spawn can hold almost all 3 of those sight lines, and it makes it really hard. There's no true flank routes to get around people that are entrenched and just camping. So it's a major detractor from the game for me. I feel like a lot of the maps aren't great. It almost feels like, given that we know that Treyarch came in a year into the development of this title, that they took the base map layouts from, I believe it was Sledgehammer, which would have been the World War II dev, and so that would make sense that the maps would feel that way. It'll be interesting to see as more DLC maps get released if we get a better look and feel for some of the maps to be more like Treyarch style maps. The one exception to that I would actually say is Nuketown 1984. I really dislike the way that map plays. Nuketown has been a staple in the Treyarch titles, and I feel like they've given each iteration its own love. Aesthetically, I think it looks great. Again, another good iteration of that map. However, the Black Ops Cold War spawn systems on Nuketown just don't seem to work. The spacing just isn't there. The way they've built the spawns new for this game don't fit the map layout of an old title, which feels a lot like the Black Ops spacing, the original Call of Duty Black Ops spacing. So beware the maps. The last thing I want to cover under the multiplayer section is going to be the skill-based matchmaking. Now, this is a touchy subject. I'm not really going to get too much into it. You can check out Twitter and Reddit if you want to really get into the discussion, but it detracts from the game. Now, I'm coming from the background of somebody who, our group, our clan, our squad, we ran off 100 straight wins in Call of Duty Black Ops back in 2010. So for us, winning is sort of the expected scenario. And what the skill-based matchmaking in this game does is tries to pitch you against players of similar skill at a random interval. The idea is if you're winning and losing, you're more likely to have a blow-up game, feel really good after that game, and then want to continue playing. It's called variable reinforcement. It comes from behavior analysis. And so it's kind of scary that they're trying to game people's minds really with the matchmaking. So keep that in mind. When you hear skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM in Call of Duty, the way that it's actually built and utilized in this game isn't purely just let's have the best players play against the best players and kind of smash you against walls of really tough teams. They're going to do that to you every 2 or 3 games, and then they're going to give you a game that's going to be pretty easy, that you should be able to have a really positive KD and do well. And that swing of emotion going back and forth between those is going to want you to play more, according to the information that they likely have when they've patented this and built this into the system. So again, Activision, the publisher, finagling and getting their fingers in there and kind of ruining what could be a really good experience by wanting to try and milk people for playtime and ultimately for money spent on the battle pass and camos and character skins and stuff like that. So beware that it's in there, but you can still have a good experience. I had a friend of mine say to me here in the last couple weeks, it's not the same Call of Duty that you played 10 years ago. Don't expect it to be. And as I've wrapped that mindset into my play of the game, I've had more fun. I've enjoyed it for what it is. It's a really fun title. I enjoy grinding Call of Duty with my buds. It's just one of the things I really enjoy doing. And, whether or not it's the perfect game or not is sort of irrelevant. I have a lot of fun playing it. So to rate the multiplayer, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Again, not perfect, but a lot of the core gameplay, the mechanics I really like. Even some of the things that they changed, like the score streaks not resetting upon death. As I've played more of the game, it feels pretty solid. I like the change. It's interesting. It plays well. And I've liked the multiplayer, the maps, and the skill-based matchmaking being the biggest detractors. The last mode, the last part that I'm going to touch is zombies. The zombies mode really hasn't changed much from the Black Ops 3, the Black Ops 4 iterations. They've added the ability to extract mid-rounds, so that you can kind of end it when you want to, instead of being stuck in an infinite loop and dying being your only way out. The rewards and the level up system through it are rewarding. It's pretty fun, but the core gameplay is still zombies. You find a pattern, you kite them around in a circle, and you mow them down. And it is solid. It is a lot of fun, but really more of the same. If you love zombies and the other titles, you'll definitely like it in this one. So to give zombies a rating, I would give it a 7 out of 10. If you like zombies, you'll like this one, but it is just more of the same. So to recap everything, we gave the campaign a 6, we gave the multiplayer a 7, and we gave the zombies a 7. So combining that score together, you will have a 6.6 repeating score out of 10, 6.67 shortened down. So, again, it's a solid title. It's a good addition to the Call of Duty franchise. The issue is, when you make a game every year, not all of them are going to be grand slams. This one is a solid home run. I enjoy it. You know, when you're comparing it to the nostalgia of previous titles, it just struggles to match up. And that's okay. But that's just what happens with a franchise like Call of Duty that is worn and used quite a bit year in and year out. One thing I should note I didn't include in this review is that Call of Duty Warzone is being updated to go along with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The gun skins and camos that you can pick up in that game can be used cross-play in Warzone. The Battle Pass actually shares progression across both, and the functionality in the system works the same as it did in Modern Warfare last year. Solid updates to Warzone, more of the same over there. So, would I recommend picking it up? Absolutely. It is a good, solid addition to the Call of Duty franchise. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys do too, if you decide to pick it up. As a reminder, I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, around 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Stop by. I've been playing a lot of Cold War, so come check that out. Hope to see you guys over there. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of the support. Really, really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Cold War. If there's a favorite mode or a favorite mission that you played, let's talk about it. I'd love to start a conversation. As always, catch you guys in the next video.